But Dad, isn't it time for illegal ham interface? But bro, where's the banjo?
And here we go, screwing up the show again. All right. We're just breaking you guys in after we screw up everything. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 94 of Illegal Ham in the Face. Today, we are going to be getting into some Cavs, some MLB, some Browns free agency. Our Fat Boy Tuesday is going to be, guess what, buddy? Pierogi week.
All right.
And Popskis today. Oh, no, Mr. Popskis. We got that, and then we're going to do baked meals because my cousin Vinny's mom has tickled my fancy with a little taco bake she made over last weekend, and I got to get into it with Bri because I haven't talked to Bri. And then we're going to get into our top 3 shows that we would like to are watching now, to re-update of what everybody's watching because Hope and I got into a new series that we're kind of excited about. So, on that note, we are brought to you by Harold Keel and the Lake Erie APA. If you guys want to start up a league, get in the APA league with us, have some fun. There's a whole bunch of stuff going down, tournaments going on throughout the next few weeks, and also a few new surprises that Lake Erie has brought to the forefront with a doubles league and a few others. So, if you guys want to get a hold of that, go to Lake Erie APA on Facebook or get a hold of us here at Illegal Ham in the Face on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at illegalhamintheface@gmail.com. And let me bring in the core hosts. I got to bring in my cousin Vinny first because the intro, we did stellar on that intro.
Woo!
I mean, just blank space and everything. We're just killing it right now. And let's bring in Big Brian back from his cruise. What's going on, big fella? Nothing.
Yeah.
We're going to go through shout outs here real quick. And Vinny, get rid of that banner because I can't do
no banners here, man.
No. You know what I'm talking about. The one that's screwed up on my computer right now that I don't want to see anymore because it's giving me OCD.
Oh, this thing here.
Yeah, get that thing off of there. I can't do that thing anymore right now. It's giving me a little bit of OCD. I don't like it. I got it. I found it before you did.
Oh, good for you.
All right. So
where'd you find that? You have to show me that.
It's over here in the overlays.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Bri, how was the cruise? Where did you go? What did you do? What did you eat?
Good. It was very quick. We went with another couple because, the cruise was only 3 days because my buddy's wife has had a history of getting seasick, so we weren't sure how she would do on a cruise. Didn't want to go for a 5-6 dayer and have her be miserable the whole time. So it was just a quick one to the Bahamas. I mean, you name it, I ate it. You name it, I drank it. It was a fat man's dream. Whatever you want, as much of it as you want. You could order 2-3 entrees, 2-3 appetizers, 2-3 desserts, and just pick and choose and eat a little bit of everything. So it's not bad. I mean, there's a night where I think I had, they have pizza there, which obviously is my Achilles heel. They have pizza there I think from like 11 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock at night. And they're these tiny little pieces. It's like a real thin crust. So you can just hammer down 3, 4 without blinking an eye. One night, I think at 1 o'clock in the morning, I went there, got 3. My wife gave me a piece of hers. So there's 4. Then I went back for seconds, got a couple more. And this was 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't sleep hardly at all that night because I was just so full. I had, plenty to drink that night. We went to the casino, had a good time there. Plus, on top of that, all that food. And it was rough because too much of a good thing can hurt you. So I kind of dealt with that. But other than that, weather was great. We had a lot of fun times and took in a couple shows even and hit up the casino, played some roulette. It was fun to get away from the cold weather while everyone was inside or shoveling their drives on Friday. I was down in Miami, so it wasn't too bad.
So when you say you ate everything, let's see here, lobster, that's probably a no. Shrimp.
Nope.
Did you just hang out at the pizza buffet?
If it was up to me, yes.
Okay.
But everyone else I was with liked the fine dining. So I bit the bullet there. There was one night I even went up to the buffet and kind of scoped that out first to see like, oh, maybe I'll get a hot dog. Maybe I'll get a hamburger. So you know me, I'm a simple man. I like simple foods. So there really wasn't much. I had spaghetti one night. I had some sort of southern fried chicken another night, cheese tortellini. I mean, nothing too wild. I let them get the prime ribs and the shrimp scampi, the escargot, the coconut shrimp, all that stuff. The seafood medley, yeah. Not for me, but oh well. The people I was with loved it.
Actually, you know something? I can just picture you in international waters being the redneck of all rednecks. Y'all got mustard for this hot dog here? Just said, that's not a hot dog. That looks like a hot dog. It's a hot dog.
Speaking of being redneck down there, they have something where you buy the drink package and it's supposed to be like all you can drink. Well, we found out that you're only allowed to get one drink per 15 minutes. Otherwise, if you get another one before the 15 minutes is up, they charge your account, and it's like, $8-10 for a Budweiser, something like that, a 12-ounce Budweiser. This guy was using his head, and he found they have those Fosters, those giant beers that are like 25 ounces. I got one of those, and that held me over for 15 minutes, so till I could get another one. So, yeah, I didn't see me coming all the way from the sticks in Ohio.
Shout out to the people that make keg beer in a can.
It's cold. That's all I need. I'll drink a cold beer. That's fine. I even had some fruity drinks too. It wasn't bad.
I could just see them going, "Sir, would you like a Bud Light?" Nope. Give me the big Foster can. Don't mess around.
Right. That's right. They had the big Fosters, and they also had like a 16-ounce of Red Stripe. So haven't had that in a while. That's not bad either.
Oh wow! All right. Well,
it's cold.
Shout outs. You got any other shout outs?
No, that's all. I mean, it was a busy, action-packed weekend. Finally got home last night, so I've kind of been off the grid a little bit as far as the sports go. We had ESPN down there, but other than maybe one NBA game Sunday afternoon, I haven't seen much or heard much.
Well, you really didn't miss much. I mean, last week, the only news that's really coming out is, Michigan people slapping other people, but we'll get into that later. Vinny, you got any shout outs this week, bro?
Let's see. Where did I go to dinner? Went to dinner actually with wife and my brother-in-law, and we went to Fiesta Jalapenos.
Oh, yeah.
So over there, had some good grub and everything.
They're at Ridgeville off of Learnegel.
Yep, right there. Yeah,
that's good place.
Right. There's one in Medina too.
Oh, okay.
Really good stuff. Yeah, I love Fiesta Jalapenos.
Huge portions, man. It's a lot of food.
We'll get into what
I love it.
We'll get into what Mom made on Sunday because it kind of blew my mind, Brian. It floored me for a second because I had to ask like 16 more questions after he told me what it was, and I'm like, hold on. Now, what was it again? So, my shout outs for the week. I got a whole bunch of birthdays right now. Yesterday was my nephew Tyler's 25th birthday. Today is my Aunt Ressie's. I think she's 64. I'm not sure. She told me to stop keeping track of 40, and I did. Her birthday is today, and guess what, boys? Ma's birthday is tomorrow. She turns the big 6'5".
Wow.
So we have a whole bunch of birthdays going on. I also got to shout out my wife. We tore up a part bathroom, which Vinny saw when he came over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're back in bathroom remodel mode, just banging the shit out of the bathroom floor. Tearing up tile and all that. But other than that, we had a great time, and all those birthday wishes. We have spurts in our family where we have 2 birthdays in a row. So it's kind of weird for our family to have those kind of birthdays. Because I explained to the boys, like, whose birthday is it today? I'm like, it's Aunt Ressie's. Well, wasn't there a birthday yesterday? I'm like, yeah, there was. I'm like, you're just got to get used to it. So happy birthday to all those 3. All mean a lot to me. Jocelyn could even contest because I had to ask her how old my aunt was because I still don't know. My mom did the best thing, like when we were growing up. Once she hit 40, she goes, I'm 39. And forget my age. Sure as shit, I did. I had no idea she was turning 65 this year until somebody told me. No idea. I really didn't. I was like, you're 39 to me. You told me to forget. I forgot. I know what date it is. I don't need to know how old you are. So
listen, I know exactly where you're coming from because even when I turned 22, 23, 24 and started counting up higher, my aunt Lily is still 21 years old. That's it. She's
you're 21.
Yep.
That's where you're at.
She is 21 forever,
Oh, I love it. All right. Well, since we got our shout outs out of the road, let's get into, I don't even know where the other side is. What are we getting into now?
You're just chimed in. Ma doesn't age.
No, she does not age.
You already said her age. That's on you.
I know, but she doesn't age. Like we were watching, Hope and I got into a little bit of Judge Judy. All right. We watched a little bit of Judge Judy. My mom reminds me of Judge Judy. I'm being dead serious. Like mannerisms, snarky remarks, everything. I was like, this is bringing back childhood.
Rough upbringing if you had Judge Judy parenting you.
She just said her figured everything. She's like, no. I didn't want to hear that. Start at the beginning. Answer the question I asked you.
I miss that side of your mom because I met your mom a few times.
Oh, I know. She loves you. She looks at me and she goes, what did you do today? I'm like, well, Mom, it started out, no. Today. Didn't talk about yesterday or the day before. Today.
Interrogation.
Oh, shit.
Start from the beginning.
Start from the beginning. Don't loop your sister in this. I'm asking about you, not her, you.
Is Judge Judy still on TV?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Really?
She makes bank.
By the way.
Yeah, like 40 million a year, some stupid stuff like that.
I think it's a lot more than that.
Oh, yeah.
It's really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be more than. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. She's
even with Judge Steve Harvey kind of taking a chink out of her armor, huh?
Well, Vinny's on the lookup for that.
Yeah.
Do you have a trivia this week, Brian, or is it my turn?
No, it's my turn, but I got to get out of here and get it. So if you want to do Vinny's word of the day, I'll kind of catch it on the end. We can go ahead with that. Okay,
we can do that. The reason why I brought that up because Vinny was looking for Judge Judy, so I'm trying to parlay it into.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I mean, do you even have your word of the day set up yet?
Oh yeah, that's all done.
That's a first.
What? Thanks.
Well, I'm just saying you're on the point today, with the exception of adding me to the screen when we get out of our intro music.
I know, right?
That's all right, though.
Judge Judy's net worth as of the end of 2021 was $440 million.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep. Well, okay, yeah, you were close actually. She makes about $47 million a year.
And here's my sister. Leave me out. I'm innocent. Yeah, of course you're innocent. Wow, that's I'm sorry for the foul language, but really $440 million. Oh,
Yeah.
my Lord.
Must be nice.
All right. Well, let's
That's
get into the
insane.
word of the day, Vinny.
All right, where's my sounder?
I don't know. I don't even
Okay.
have it plugged in.
Oh,
Boo.
Good music.
Boo, 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 boo.
all right. Our word of the day is
Make sure that thing's turned up because we're turning into a shit show already.
I know, right? Okay, here we go.
Prosaic.
Prosaic.
I know what that is. I take that every morning
It
so I
is
don't kill
not
people.
Prozac.
I mean, that's what it is, right, Brian?
Yeah, as far as I know. I mean, I'm still alive, so you haven't killed me yet.
It's a generic form of Prozac.
So,
Falls off
pretty
the back of the truck. It's a quarter of the price.
Pretty sure I seen a commercial about that at 2:00 in the morning on certain channels.
prosaic. Is it a synonym for dull, unimaginative, everyday, ordinary? Is it to become submerged or to sink? Is it determined, planned, or chosen seemingly at random? Or D, refers to the means, resources, or money needed to get things done?
Oh, wow.
It looks like Bry's out.
Is he
Where's
out
he
or is he
at?
frozen?
Frozen.
Well, we'll kick him out.
Can
we'll
you
bring
hear us?
That's all right. We'll
I
kick
might
him
have
out.
to go back over those again for him.
That's all right. It was Prozac, Justin. The word of the day
Prosaic.
was Prozac.
Prosaic.
Prozac. Well, this is how our show's going already. All right. So
right.
let's remove Brian. Let him get back in here.
Yep, no problem.
Let's boot him out of this. Let's boot him out too, because I love kicking him. Did you ban him or did you kick him?
You know what? I almost accidentally banned him. So that would have been a bad thing.
that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing for the show today.
I can't get back
The
in.
rate we're going, I don't even know what's next. What are we talking about next? Because we got to wait for Brian to come back to talk sports.
Right. So the next thing on the list.
Well, we can talk about the MLB, right?
You know what? I was just going to say that.
Yeah, let's bring up the MLB.
On my way back, actually, on my way here today, I was hearing a little bit on radio that they were saying MLB is they canceled opening day. Spring is done, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, everything's kind of shut down still.
It has become a crap show with
Yeah.
the MLB. And
Yeah.
I
No
think he
spring
got his
training.
headphones. He said he got a new dongle. And when he says dongle,
Yeah.
he means a dingle. Just like Prozac is prosaic.
It is
Well, you be
not.
talking about my dongle.
And here we go. Legal ham in the face. All right, so Brian, we're getting into. So, do you have the trivia with you now, or do you want to wait after the we talk a little bit of MLB?
It's up to you. I got it ready if you want to go to it.
Well, let's finish up what we're talking about here with MLB first, because I mean they canceled opening day. It has become a complete crap show with the MLB, the owners, the players, all that stuff. I mean, we're not going to get Guardians baseball on time, and it's a power struggle right now because the players want a cost of living, the owners want whatever the hell the owners want, and something right
More
now.
money.
Well, I mean, they're ruining. What they're doing is every sport has adapted to the times, with the exception of baseball. And something, this might be, and I hate to say it, this might be the death of baseball if this strike keeps going, because you have probably some of the best young stars in a very long time in baseball right now. And most of these people have no idea who they are. Like Mike Trout. Sure as shit. Mike Trout walks down the street. I'll recognize him. Would you recognize Mike Trout, Vinny?
No.
Brian, would you recognize Mike Trout?
Absolutely. Yep.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like at that point in time, these guys are not marketed. They're not displayed like they should be. Whatever happened to the baseball tonight and everything? Like they used to have shows all the time about baseball. They used to have everything lined up. And something, Sunday Night Baseball never used to be just Boston and New York. It actually used to be other teams. You used to get other primetime games coming in, whether it be Kansas City versus St. Louis, or you know what I mean? Like it's just been I don't know what's going on with them, but the owners and the what is it? Rob Manfred, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They need to get together and realize that they're screwing the pooch on this one, and they need to adapt with the times because guess what? This baseball thing isn't flying. Nobody's paying attention anymore except for the diehards, and you're losing a lot of young fans right now because you got Tatis Jr., you got Guerrero Jr., even though we don't like him here. Well, I kind of like him still. Frankie Lindor. You got all these young pitchers coming up that are pitching great. Ohtani, really? Ohtani is probably the biggest name in your sport right now, and you are not promoting him one iota. I don't know what's going on, but it needs to be fixed. I mean, I hope they get it fixed soon, but there's no promises on that one because they can't even sit down and talk to each other for a few hours just to come to terms, just get opening day. I mean, how do you feel about the baseball strike, Bri?
It's a shame. I feel bad for the diehards out there, and I don't want to laugh at them or anything because I know, I'm a big football fan. If something happened to football and it wasn't starting on time, I'd be crushed. I'd be very upset that people can't get their stuff together. But me is kind of that. I don't want to. Yeah, I might be considered like a fringe fan. I love the Guardians. I love the Indians. But I'm not going to sit down and watch, a third of their games or half of their games or anything. So for me, I've been saying it for years. Baseball wants to get together. They need a salary cap. Everyone's just greedy, greedy, greedy. How much money can I get? And nobody really cares about the product on the field. They're okay with the same teams competing every single year and the same teams winning. And I know, we get a sprinkling of Tampa Bay competes for a couple years with a low salary, or Atlanta wins last year. But
we do.
Yeah. So
I mean, we had a 4-year window that we screwed the pooch on.
Yeah, I mean, we had our chances, but were we ever really? I know 2016 we came within a game, but we ever really title contenders other than that 1 year. So it's I get a bit of a chuckle out of it because, like I said, everyone's just so greedy. Nobody really cares about the product on the field and try to make that better. It's just how much money can I get? And frankly, I think the season's too long to begin with. They're chopping it off at the wrong end, though. I wish they would start like they usually do, end of March, early April, even though I know the weather kind of sucks here in Cleveland and some other northern cities. But I don't really pay attention. I'm knee deep in football come end of August, so that seems like a good time for me to kind of say, all right, baseball, you had a good run. Maybe we go to the playoffs start of September because that's the only way people are really paying attention to it, or just go to the playoffs middle of August and have the season over by the time football starts. 162 games. It just kind of, for me, it's the nostalgia of it that keeps me coming back for more. I love going to the ballpark or watching a game. It just reminds me of spring and summer and beautiful weather here in Cleveland. But other than that, I don't feel too bad for the owners. I don't feel too bad for the players. It's just the diehards that are getting their hearts broken once again because baseball can't adapt to the time.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like you. You want it to start earlier because you want to watch football late. I get that. My whole thing is like, my thing is like May 1st, right there, baseball season starts May 1st, and by Labor Day, you know who you are, and that's when playoff starts. Right after Labor Day, that should take you up until the very first week of October, and then you're done. At that point in time, you're done. You're not overlapping. You're not trying to compete with the NFL or the NBA or all these other teams. You have your own niche, and that's time to play some serious baseball. And it is a game. It's a summertime game. Like, it's not, I wish we could play it all year round down in Arizona or Carolinas and all that stuff where they can do it all year round. Guess what? We don't have that luxury here in Cleveland. But the thing that's killing us is, like you said, the 162 and the salary cap. I mean, for us to compete, there's no way for us to compete unless we actually just roll into a crap ton of money and pay whoever we want. But that's still not going to get people in the stands because you got to win too. Doesn't matter who you pay as long as you win.
Right.
We won for how many years, and the attendance was still crap, which was shocking to me. But I mean, I went a handful of times, but I also have kids, everything else I got to do during the summer, work. I'd love to get out for a day game and just go sit in the bleachers and a few drafts or dollar beer days and just go to town, but that doesn't happen.
Yeah, and I feel like we're beating a dead horse here with complaining about small market teams. Obviously, Cleveland is a small market team, and they can plan for 4 or 5 years just to hope that they can compete for 2 or 3. And by compete, I mean be a playoff contender, not necessarily a championship contender. They just hope to be a playoff contender before their guys fly the coop and go get giant contracts in LA and Houston and New York and Boston and Chicago and all the other big market teams. And so, yeah, it's just sad. You know, I like the season starting early or on time as it should be, just because, you know, living in Cleveland, baseball is that hope that you get. You know, you have that in February, you hear pitchers and catchers are reporting this year, and you're like, all right, nice weather, spring is right around the corner. And then, you know, even though we might have to deal with a snow game or two in early April, you're like, all right, you know, we're almost there. We're almost to the nice weather. And baseball kind of gives me that hope. But then, you know, the dog days of summer, I'm pretty much, if I'm watching it, it's just periodically. And then, like I said, when football takes over, it's kind of full go there. But they need to do something. They won't, because baseball is so entrenched in records and 162 games played and hitting this many home runs and this many games. And, you know, they won't shorten the season ever, because some of those records would never be broken again. So
At that point in time, start a new record book. I'm sorry, it's not 1896. What do you want from me? Like, I'm sorry that I did not grow up watching the glory days of Babe Ruth and all that stuff.
Who's ever gonna top Cy Young's 511 wins? People are lucky if they get to half that. So you just have to understand it's a different game now.
Oh yeah. And starting pitchers don't even go more than 5 innings most of the time, 5-6 innings, and then they're out. So
right,
it's a different game. They gotta MLB has to adapt somehow, some way to keep that sport alive, because if not, soccer's gonna overtake them. Soccer, hockey, all the other
golf, NASCAR.
No, I think golf has already overtaken them, because a lot of people watch golf now
4 times a year.
Well, at least that. I mean, I guess there was a rainstorm at the Honda Classic this week that kind of just floored everybody, because I think they only had like 2 holes left to play, and a huge storm just came in and just ravaged everybody. like a putt in a monsoon. Go ahead. But we'll get into that here in a second. I do have to, before we do Big Bry's trivia today, Big Bry, on another note, Big Bry has gone to greener pastures. He has left me at work by myself with Jose.
Mm-hmm.
And Jose wanted me
he chimed in?
Not on here yet, but he wanted me to inform you that your locker has not been forgotten. Jose Cotto.
He was trying to me.
Jose Cotto has taken over the first 3 lockers in the locker room that were Brian Loveless's. He has dedicated 2 of those lockers with golf balls, smelly clothes, and boots that he never wears. And he for you. He wanted you to know that. I do have your name tags on the wall of name tags in my locker of Forgotten Heroes at the country club. So, Brian, you're never forgotten at the country club, bud.
Well, I can't believe he hasn't chimed in yet. I can't wait to hear. I only had 2 lockers, so he's going swinging hard for 3.
Yeah, he started moving in on Jamie's turf now. Him and Jamie, we're about to have a it's going to be funny, but yes. And it's a great time. I mean, it's not like we only have like 3 people doing tree work, so it's amazing. So yeah. But on that note, congratulations on your new job, bud. How's it working out? You want to come back?
Yeah. Hey, everybody has their price, right?
I tried to tell him.
Pass that along.
I-
I'm a free agent still. I'm still up for negotiations. I can always come back. Just got to open that pocketbook up a little bit.
I told him, I'm like, hey, we can bring in Lil. Lil can play with Haley and Gunner, and just it'll be a great time. And we'll negotiate dog treats. And I mean, he loves pizza. How can you go wrong with feeding him pizza every day? So
he's onto something.
There's talks. Trust me, there's talks. All right, let's get into
trivia.
Let's do the trivia, bud.
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, at the end of that? Yeah, we'll fix it later. It's fine. I know where it ends at. You know where it ends at. You clicked right in one time on that one.
I know.
All right, our trivia is brought to you by Papa V and Curb Appeal. Get a hold of Papa V at Curb Appeal Landscaping 419.com. All right, Brian, give me the trivia.
Okay, I got an NBA one for you here. Well, kind of NBA. Also has to do with college basketball as well. So, and it's maybe a week late, but it's still kind of all-star time. So I'm looking for the top college that has the most NBA all-star appearances in the last 10 years.
I hate you.
So just to clarify, let's say Kevin Love made it twice. That would count for two with whatever college he went to.
For the last 10 years.
10 seasons. Yep.
10 seasons.
Holy jeez.
I don't want to say what college he went to, but he went to UCLA. So there you go.
I knew that one.
Yeah, that would count as two for UCLA. There's one that's significantly higher than the rest of them.
Why does that feel like you're baiting me? Like you just got the hook out. It's dangling on there.
I'm not baiting you. It's gettable. I mean, all you got to think of is the blue bloods and college basketball.
Piss yellow and blue just dangling right in front of me. You just want me to say it.
Oh, get out of here. I don't know if Michigan has had one NBA All-Star in the last 10 years.
Trey Burks.
Nope. I don't think Michigan or Ohio State has. I can't think of one.
Jared Solinger.
Jared Solinger? I don't think so. Maybe the G League All-Star game.
Hold on. Now, is it the NBA All-Star? Because Euro All-Star, Aaron Kraft is a god over there.
That's true. Yeah. And the in the Turkey League for all white guys, he's tearing it up.
Don't hate.
He's got like 10.5 assists a game and averaging 2 points.
One of the best college point guards ever. Don't hate.
Is he white or red?
Mostly red.
Okay, a lot of red. That's right.
Hey, it's kind of like us with our blood pressure. After we have a few drinks, the cheeks start to rose up. Pretty much.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, it's his blood pressure. I don't know what to tell you. Like, he's a doctor now. What do you want from me?
This is sunburn. I got sunburn this week. That was 80-degree weather.
Bri, let's be honest. Your face is always that red. I even asked you if it's a sunburn. You're like, no, it's just normal.
It's just it. That's how it is. The Irish for me.
All right. So, top college. Okay, blue bloods.
Most all-stars last 10 years.
If it's the other one that we're not mentioning right now, I will throw my computer across the room. All right.
No more hints. I already told you it's not Michigan. It's not Ohio State. That's it.
All right. Well, as long as it's not Michigan, because if it was Michigan, I would chuck this computer like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I don't think we've had one.
I'm in one of those moods today.
Vinny.
No, it's not Vinny's fault. It's not Vinny's fault. It's
beat him some Cheez-Its.
I might be a little.
See me dive, that's
might be a little angry. Might be. All right. So
I'm going out to eat today. After this, I'm getting my last chub on after the show today.
What are you giving up?
The huge fast food pizza.
Fast food and pizza.
We're going to shout out to PJ Marley's. I think we're going there. It's on the square of Medina. Some of the best burgers I've ever had.
All right, well, get your fill in because now Sunday's a cheat day, right?
Sunday's a cheat day. Yep. So I kind of learned after last year not to give up potato chips because I probably finished off a bag every single Sunday. Last year when I gave up potato chips, I was just looking forward to it so much.
What's going on, Woody? I need you to, before we go into Cavs talk, Vinny, can you ask Bry if he's Catholic?
Bry, are you Catholic?
Not Catholic.
No.
He's just a fan of Jesus.
There you go.
God bless you, bro.
Sacrifice for Jesus. I don't have to be Catholic to sacrifice, right?
Well,
That's
no,
right.
I just it befuddles me every year you do this. I'm like, you're not even Catholic. What are you doing? But hey, whatever makes you feel better when you lose that 2 pounds between
it usually coincides with the end of the cruise, so I got to do something because I gorged for those 3 days.
What do you do to March Madness then? This is the other question we gotta get. We're slowly going out of Browns free agency, out of Cavs.
Well, I'll put you back another week.
I mean, do you like? So is it just fast food? Do you eat just potato chips then? Potato chips and dip? That's okay.
Well, it makes my life a lot harder because I have to actually cook food.
Well, this is the other thing. He goes, yeah, I gave up bacon cheeseburgers. I'm like, what if it's just a regular cheeseburger? He goes, no. He came up with a loophole of breadstick.
So that is true. That's true. The bacon cheeseburger, that's a lie. If I gave up a bacon cheeseburger, I gave up all burgers. But yeah, I gave up pizza one year, and I found a loophole, and I got some cheesy bread and dunked it in some marinara. It's not the same. I don't care what you tell me. It's not the same.
Because the sauce isn't on
Same
there.
ingredient.
It's not the same. I'm like, it's the same. You're dunking marinara into the. He goes, but it's not together, so it's not a pizza. Like, okay.
I made a sacrifice. I want a pizza. I got cheese bread.
Our boy Woody said, "Big is beautiful." All right. So remember that.
Emphasis on the Fat Tuesday. Yeah, this is our day. We should have done a live show for this one.
I know. What were we thinking?
I wasn't thinking of it. It completely went over my head.
Stuffed our faces with pierogies and potskis and sausage and kielbasa and jeez, just all sorts of food.
Oh man.
Ugh. God.
Beignets.
No, we're not beignets. It's not New Orleans, is it?
That's what they do at Mardi Gras. They eat the beignets.
Well, they also see some beignets too if you give them beans.
Moving on.
Sometimes we pop sugar on them.
I'm already in the doghouse.
Oh boy, here we go. He's already in the doghouse, folks. All right, let's talk some Cavs real quick. Cavs are without point guards. They're sucking up the room right now. We just got to get them healthy and get a little playoff push because wouldn't you believe it that the trade for James Harden and made everybody better on that side? So 76ers, Brooklyn Nets, Miami got some tough opponents coming up, and their stretch of really tough games starts here, I think, on Friday. I'm not sure. But they got like a week of really tough games coming up. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, they are playoff bound. I'm happy for them, but I still do not want them to lay down right at the end before the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, what about you?
Well, question, because like I said, I'm out of the loop. Is Simmons playing for the Nets yet?
He is still trying to get back up to physical condition.
Gotcha. I saw Harden played for the Sixers and did all right.
Well, of course. I mean, he's the only shooter there now, so he's happy.
It's going to be hard. It's not going to be an easy road for the Cavs. We should be happy that they're in the playoffs, we hope, and hopefully they avoid the play-in tournament. But regardless if they're the 3 or the 4 or the 5 seed, it's still going to be tough for them to win a first-round game. And I mean, at this point, the most important thing is just getting Garland healthy. it was fun watching him in the All-Star game and watching him in the skills contest, but you got to wonder if that kind of hurt him moving forward. I don't know how much a non-competitive game and, skills competition can really hurt him, but maybe he would have benefited from getting like 2 straight weeks off or something. I worry that this is a Baker Mayfield situation and he'll never really be fully healthy again this season.
Well, that's Windhorse came out and said that today, Bri. He said this
That it won't be.
He said the way this bone bruise is he might be fine for a couple days. They might be out for a week. He goes with this. He goes, this is like they even came out and said it's like a 2 to 3 month kind of heal time for this thing. And he's trying to play through and do everything he can, but it's hit and miss with him. So, I mean, we might have 3 games with him, but we might have to sacrifice a couple games. But this will not get better until the offseason, until he gets total rest. So we're going to be dealing with that. So we got, are you pointing to me?
No. That's all.
Oh, okay.
We're good though.
Oh, okay. No. So, with the rest, he'll be better. He'll be back next year. It's just right now it kind of sucks because, our point guards are the 10th and 14th options that we had for this year. Rubio being hurt, Rondo, you know what I mean. We need to find a true legit point guard. So, if anybody, Bri, if you want to go out and play the one, I would love to see you do it. I mean, you got a killer crossover.
I was a post player in high school, but that means I'm about the height of a NBA point guard. So yeah, sure, I can pass it up. I can dish it out.
And you can post your fat ass out there on the 3-point line all you want.
You just put the arm bar up. They won't touch it. You just kind of give them a little forearm shiver. That didn't look good. That motion right there didn't look good. Sorry about that.
Did I ever tell you Papa when we played basketball?
What's that?
Papa V. Papa V is 6'3", 6'4".
Wow.
You know what Papa V never did? Go in the paint.
Never.
I'm a shooter. You gotta let me shoot. I'm a shooter. Wow. Papa V, you've been bricking shit all day. You're not a shooter. Get your big ass in the paint and post up.
That's what I couldn't believe. I went to the Medina Brunswick game a couple weeks ago, and tallest dude on the team was bringing the ball up, and he's jacking threes. And that's just foreign to me. You think the tallest guy on your team is going to be automatically down on the post, maybe pops out for a 15-footer once in a while, but no, everyone wants to shoot the three. Everyone wants to be Steph Curry nowadays.
Well, not anymore, especially after Kat went out and did a show for the 3-point contest.
Yeah, so, right. Yeah, exactly. That's in the past, he's a prototypical big man, and now he's stepping out hitting threes. Same with Joel Embiid. Is he 7'1", and he's knocking down threes, and he's not like a Dirk Nowitzki where he's just thin and he's popping threes. He's a post player, but he's got some range. So good for him. So getting back to the Cavs, I just doing the math. If they think that Garland can be healthy with 2 months rest, I'd be fine with shutting him down for the rest of the regular season and get him back for the playoffs. I know that's easier said than done because it's not like they'll come back in 2 months and he'll just be good to go, ready to go. He hasn't played basketball at that point for 8 weeks. So it's hard to do, but if they thought that they had a chance at it, I would think about it. I'm obviously no physical therapist, no trainer, no nothing, but I would think about it if they think that could help him, because it's going to be the same thing as with the Cavs as with the Browns. When your best player is banged up and he can only be 70, 80%, it's not going to be good for the team.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of the Browns,
did I just call Baker Mayfield the best player on the Browns? That was
it sounded good. Sounded good coming out of your mouth.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. So Bri, obviously you're not on Twitter. All right. I put out a poll. We're going to switch over here to Browns real quick. I'm just going to ask Bri a few questions on the Browns, and we'll get deeper into it next week. I know we got off on tangents this show. I'm sorry, Bri. But so I put out a Twitter poll on Twitter. Said if you were a fly on the wall in the Browns office last year, what wall would you be on? Would you be in the front office, the coaches' offices, the locker room, or the cafeteria to get your news for the Cleveland Browns?
Hmm.
Now, Brian, this has generated over 500 votes.
Wow.
Okay. I already know the answers. I'm not going to tell you the answers, but if you wanted to hear all the shenanigans, all the behind the scenes stuff that went on last year with your Cleveland Browns, and you were a fly, what wall would you stick to?
I would be 100% in the coach's room because I feel like Stefanski, we never get a straight answer from him. And, I would just love to know what they think about the offense, why the offense was sputtering this year, and just know their real, actual thoughts. Because Andrew Berry, he's got to play it down the middle. His opinion to me doesn't matter as much. I know he has the final say, but I hope that he's talking to Kevin Stefanski because Stefanski, at the end of the day, is the football mind, and he's the guy that can see it more clearly than anybody else. Our offensive staff, just what the heck is wrong? Do they think it's just all injury with Baker? Obviously, it's going to be a theme throughout the offseason, and that is going to be what do the Browns really think of Baker? And I don't really care as much about the players or the front office. I really want to know what do the coaches, what does the offensive coaching staff think about their quarterback?
All right. And so I asked Vinny this question. Vinny said cafeteria.
I did.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think cafeteria.
Hey, you go to the mess hall. It's a mess in there. Now, I picked, my big thing is I went inside the locker room, the players' locker room, to see where the fraction was. Especially with Odell, with Jarvis, with all those guys. Everybody's talking to each other, fighting, all that crap. I just wanted to see where the line was drawn in the locker room at that point in time. But I'm also with you. Everybody was saying it was Baker Mayfield's decision to be in there. The coach shouldn't have, blah, 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 blah. Coaches had a final decision on that. No matter what happened with all the injuries, who's playing, and all that stuff. I wanted to see why they thought that Baker Mayfield was okay to play. And why not start Case Keenum? That's right there. I wanted to be in that conversation throughout. I don't care if it was front office, wherever else. I just wanted to be in that conversation just to actually hear them be honest to themselves going, well, I think Baker Mayfield, even though he's really banged up, I think he's better than Case Keenum right now. I really wanted to hear that conversation. I just wanted to hear it. That's all.
Right.
So before we get to Fat Boy Tuesday, my next question to you, Bri. All right. Free agency starting soon. We got cap casualties going to hit, everything else. What free agents would you like the Browns to pick up? And I give you 3 free agents for the Browns to pick up this year.
Boy. Well, while I think about that, what were the results on the Twitter poll?
I got it's part of the dogs table, but the players' locker room took first. Front office took second.
Okay.
And coaches, and 8% of people actually did pick cafeteria though.
Wow.
So boom on that.
Only 8%.
Only 8%. But yeah,
man, you got plenty of food going on. And
I know
like
well, I threw in cafeteria because I'm like, shit, might as well. You're fat. I didn't want to put other. Like, Sean chimed in. He goes, I want to check out the bathroom. Of course you do, Sean. And then I had somebody said, this is a loaded question. This is a bait question. How is that a bait question? I want everybody's feeling on it because the way last year went, why not ask that question? I mean, we had the front office. We didn't know what was going on there, especially with Odell. Coach's office didn't know what was going on there with people starting. The players' locker room, not knowing what was going on between the players and fighting with each other. And then the cafeteria, maybe we got a little Bluto with a food fight. You never know.
You get some full bellies, man. People start spilling their guts.
I know.
Why
Joe
do you
Patonio.
think you bring people out, wine and dine them a little bit, they open up. They get
Especially,
soft.
yeah, you're right in the cafeteria line. You're like, man, did you hear that shit about what happened to study hall yesterday?
Right?
Yeah, I heard that. And then boom, and just all the dirt comes out in the
Food
cafeteria.
fight. That's
Yeah.
it. It's all over.
Just
Yeah.
All right, so Brian, 3 free agents that you would like to pick up. The Browns pick up. No
Well,
order. No
okay.
order. No amount of money. Who do you?
Okay.
Who would you? Your top, your second, your third that you can live with of them picking up if they pick up anybody.
I'll
As you hear
take.
the kids yell in the background. What's he
I'll
yelling
take
about?
kind of.
Go find out.
No.
All right.
I'll take kind of a cop out answer for the first one, and it's re-signing one of our own guys who's a free agent, and that's Jadeveon Clowney. I think he was everything that we asked him to be. Unfortunately, he's kind of said that he'll go to the highest bidder. But maybe that can be the Browns. I wouldn't overpay for him because I think you can get decent production out of, a free agent that you pay maybe a quarter of the money to, or maybe a second or third round pick. But yeah, that would be the first one. If he's willing to play ball, if he's willing to maybe sign as much as a 2 or 3 year deal and have the terms be somewhat near where he was last year, making $10 million a year, I would definitely do that. I would probably stop at no cost, try to get him signed for the next couple of years, as long as he's not asking for $17-18 million a year. So he would be the first one. Second one, it's no secret. We all know that we need wide receiver help, and especially if Jarvis leaves, I'd love to keep Jarvis on a lesser amount of deal, maybe $10 million a year. I don't know. I don't know really what the market's going to go for with him. Do people think he's, hampered by those injuries last year, or maybe he's kind of starting to slow down with his career? But after Jarvis, I'd look to get someone like Mike Williams, a guy that is a big receiver. We have the fast guys. We haven't had a big receiver here, and God knows how long. Joe Juravicius maybe was the last one.
Yep.
But Mike Williams, what's that?
How big was Gordon? Gordon was what, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, something like that. But he was almost like a speed guy at his size. You remember him taking like slants and going, I think against Patriots, he went like 95 yards. So
Yeah,
he was more of a quick guy.
230 pounds of muscle, though.
He was fast. I think of Mike Williams as being more like a Mike Evans type, maybe even like a Braylon Edwards or something, even though Edwards was shorter, just that big physical receiver. So it'd be nice to try something like that. We got the speed with Schwartz. We got the third down guys with Jarvis and with Higgins, the guys that can work the middle of the field. And then Peoples-Jones is just a freak of an athlete. So if we could get that big physical receiver like a Mike Williams, I think that would add another element to our offense. And then my number 3, I don't really have a player, but we need a defensive tackle. So I'll leave it at that. Whoever's out there, we have Jordan Elliott. Probably draft a guy. So we need like a veteran leader, maybe 26, 27, 28 years old that still has something left in the tank.
Okay. Well, as you guys both can see now, somebody has chimed into our show. Do you guys have something you want to say to my mother?
Happy birthday, Ma.
Happy birthday.
All right, Ma, you missed the shout outs at the beginning of the show. Happy birthday. I'll be giving you a call tomorrow. I love you. The boys will be giving you a call also, so be prepared because they are fired up tonight. They are talking some sorts of shit downstairs that I don't even know what's going on, but I'm about to find out here in about 10 to 15 minutes when the show's done. So, all right. You know something, Vinny? Let's do it. Let's get into For Fat Boy Tuesday.
All right.
It is Fat Boy Tuesday.
And now it's time for Fat Boy Tuesday.
All right, so Brian and I dropped a pooch on this. I completely forgot it was Fat Boy Tuesday today, and it actually is Fat Boy Tuesday right now.
Very true.
So we are talking, first off, Cleveland Perogie Week. All right. Cleveland is known for their pierogies, and man, are they everywhere this week. Gunselman's. You go down to Slovak Village. I mean, just everywhere you can find pierogies, and they are out and about and absolutely amazing. So, Bri, what is your favorite combination of pierogies?
I haven't branched out too much with the craziness of the pierogies and with the different concoctions. So I'm probably going to sound plain and boring, but regular pierogi with sour cream and bacon crumbles is as good as it gets for me.
All right, Vinny, what about you, bud?
Oh, you name pierogi, and I pretty much have almost had it. I love pierogies very much. There was a guy that owns a shop actually over in Parma, and he has like chicken paprikash he put in there, dessert style pierogies, fill them with apple.
We got to find that guy.
Oh,
I'm being serious. We have to find that guy.
I will find him.
Find that guy.
Very reasonably priced. Well, this was, a few years ago and stuff. They were very
find
reasonably
that
priced.
guy.
And, just about anything you wanted inside this pierogi, they would do. If you just wanted the regular kind and everything else, they were phenomenal. Every one that I tried. I wish I could think of all of them that he had.
Right.
I think next year for Cleveland Perogie Week, I think the pierogi king of the Anzalone household, Dominic, should throw out the gauntlet again to somebody. See if they can beat him at pierogies. Because obviously his big uncles can't. He already proved that.
I'm sure he's chomping at the bit.
I bet he
Dominic.
is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I'm sure he's chomping at the bit. And this kid will out-eat me like nothing this time. It would be 1-on-1, and I'll still probably lose.
We gonna do a 1-on-1?
It would be
get a hold of him. I'll videotape it.
It would be 1-for-1.
Yeah.
No 2-for-1.
You're not spotting
this time.
You're not spotting him anymore.
I don't spot him nothing now.
My favorite
his spot.
I was gonna say my favorite pierogi. I'm kind of like Brian, just the original potato cheese, but I do mine a little different because in this household here we do kielbasa, smoked kielbasa with the pierogies, and I do all in one bite. I do the pierogi, I do sour cream, hot sauce. On top of that, sauerkraut and the kielbasa all in one bite. And just fork it one bite in.
Nice.
You get the salty, you get the sweet, you get the creamy, and I love Junior got me on that with the hot sauce. Just, Frank's Red Hot, just nothing like not to tear you apart hot sauce, like the good flavored hot sauce, either Frank's Red Hot or vinegar hot sauce. He got me hooked on that years ago for pizza and pierogies and stuff like that. And I can't get away from it. I get, like you said, a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of hot sauce on it, pop it right in like a potato chip. So good.
So there is a place, now that I think back, there's a place about, just maybe a football field south of the Medina Square called The Exchange. And inside there, they have, I think it's just maybe a local company that sells pierogies. There's probably 15 to 20 different types of pierogies that they sell in there. And to go to Vinny's point, they are not reasonably priced, which is why I haven't branched out and found them. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something crazy adventure, go check that out. You got the money to spend. Yeah, I mean, buffalo chicken pierogies, I think maybe barbecue pulled pork pierogies, stuff like that. Yeah, it sounds delicious, but when you realize you only get 4 for like $20, it's maybe not worth it.
I looked it up. I see them all now. Is that all of them right there, just staring at me in the face?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but this isn't. I'm trying to find the actual.
No, I know. Razzles Jr. at Razzles.
Yes,
they got a crab cake pierogi that they do too, like American crab cake pierogi. But what'd you find? Is that? I'm sorry, I'm starving, and I just saw pierogies, and they hit me in the face, and I just
Yeah, you don't want to look at.
I don't want to look at. I don't want to look at your screen right now.
No.
Let's finish off our Fat Boy Tuesday before we get in our top 3, and then we finish off the show.
Okay.
Baked meals, Brian. Now this was brought up to me by Vinny on Sunday. Right, went over to Ma's house. She made a pasta taco bake with all the trimmings on the side, so you can either make a taco out of it, is what I understand. Right, you can make a taco. You can take a chip and dip it in, and the lettuce, tomato, sour cream, everything else was out on the side. You can add it up. You can layer it up like lasagna, but she used the jumbo shells, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There were the jumbo shells that you would normally like stuff with ricotta or something.
Yeah.
And go that way. But she had them actually kind of stuffed with the meat and everything, and with like a taco seasoning kind of meat and everything. It was amazing. It was awesome stuff.
He told me that, and I about fell out of the car. I was like, what? And I kept asking questions. I'm like, so you could put it in a tortilla, or you couldn't put it in a tortilla, or was the pasta in the tortilla? And I'm just stupid questions, random stupid questions out of my face because I'm still trying to figure out this thing. And he goes, no, it's kind of like this. And I'm like, no. Like, I'm trying to figure it out here. So I'm guessing, you could take the shells that had the taco meat in them, put them in a tortilla.
No. I mean, you could if you had a big enough
Who's
tortilla.
gonna stop you?
But you think of it more like pasta though.
So the tortilla is the shell.
Yeah, but like you could use like little tortilla chips, and you could still scoop some of it with everything on it. So
what do you think about that, Brian?
I got pretzel in my head. I can't figure it out right now.
I know. That's why.
Though.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have Mom make that for us one time.
I'll see what I can do.
All right, I'm being serious, but I'm not joking around. Like just the 3 of us.
All right,
and we'll just sit there and look at her and be like, all right, how do you do this?
All right,
you all right with that, Brian?
Yep, absolutely. It brings me to something my mom used to make. I haven't had it in years, but she would call it Mexican lasagna, and
I love Mexican lasagna.
Similar thought. But instead of using, those long lasagna noodles, you just use tortillas, and you use taco meat instead of the meat sauce, and plenty of cheese. And man, I haven't had it in a while, but it used to be one of my favorite dishes.
We do that here in the house, top it off with a little bit of green onion, a little bit of sour cream, some hot sauce, lettuce, and tomato, and there you go. It's like a lasagna.
Sure, without a doubt.
Love it. The other one I want to bring up, because we talk about baked meals, like for here in this house, shepherd's pie is always on the menu here at this house. Like, we love shepherd's pie. You cannot go wrong with a whole bunch of meat, vegetables, covered in potatoes. It's one big old potluck right there in front of you.
Yep. I'll say something similar to that, and that's tater tot casserole.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple. It's just tater tots, potatoes. It's ground beef. I think maybe you use cream of mushroom or cream of something, and throw it in there, and a lot of cheese, and dish it out on your plate. Put a little ketchup on it. It's heaven.
You're taking me back to high school days, like when the square pizza, tater tot casserole.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! I'm feeling a heart flutter come on now.
We do, like, I know a lot of people do tuna, but I don't eat tuna, so
I love
turkey noodle casserole with turkey, some gravy, some noodles, some stuffing. It's basically just like Thanksgiving dinner on a plate. Yeah,
just throw it all in there, all one fell swoop, and just all right. We have to close the show. I'm hungry. I'm tired. It's a long day, Bri. We cut down the big bastard tree right there behind one. Right next to the creek.
Oh, okay.
That big bastard.
Sounds like fun.
Oh yeah. Well, the excavator could not pick up half of the logs.
Is that heavy?
That heavy. I told Vinny we got 2 logs back in the Protovost, and that was it. It was done. Like it was that big.
I believe it.
Let's first start off with my cousin Vinny's word of the day.
We'll say the top 3 then for next time.
Oh no, let's do our top 3 TV shows real quick. I'm sorry, bud. So our top 3, I came up with this. What TV shows are you guys watching now? All right, just something fun. The reason why I brought it up is Space Force. Season 2 of Space Force came out, Vinny.
That's right.
Just letting you know, season 2 of Space Force came out on Netflix. What TV shows are you guys into? And I'll go first. Hope and I just finished watching number 3. We binge watched Space Force. It's Steve Carell. It's John Malkovich. It is the most stupid, funny show I have ever watched. It's so out there. It's so dry humor, funny. It's amazing. You have to watch it.
What's it on?
Netflix.
Netflix Space Force.
Space Force.
Yeah.
There's
And
only
it's a
2.
comedy.
It's a comedy.
Oh,
Trust me,
hilarious.
it is a hilarious comedy.
I love it.
Cool.
All right, number 2 for us, which we're excited about, Upload is coming out with their second season, which is on Prime. And Upload is a show about a guy. You never die. Let's put it this way. So if your body ceased to exist, they upload your brain and all your memories and everything else. So you're pretty much in a computer program. You get to pick and choose where you go, what you do, like what room you stay in. Like, so his girlfriend was very rich, so he got into the high class Upload. So he's in like a log cabin. He can change the seasons whenever he wants to. He'd be like, yeah, I feel like rain today. It'll start raining outside.
What's that one called?
Upload.
Upload? Okay.
Upload.
Okay.
And number 1 for us here in the Bates household, Dexter.
Yeah.
My wife got me hooked on Dexter. I'm catching up with her, but we're getting ready to start the new blood chapter. And I can't wait. Can't wait. I don't know what it is about it. I just love the quirkiness of it. Everything else, it's absolutely amazing. So if you haven't watched it, please go watch Dexter. Let's go to Vinny. Vinny, your top 3.
I actually, my number 3 is Dexter as well. So yeah, Eva and I, we started all the way back from season 1, started watching it all the way through for the first time for both of us. And we're actually getting to the 8th season now. I think we're in the 8th season.
Nice.
So yeah. So a lot of interesting things happening there. We're looking forward to start watching New Blood. One of the other ones that I'm watching, we got the Showtime app.
Okay.
And one of the other ones on there is Billions. I kept seeing the commercial for Billions and Billions. And I'm like, let me give it 1 or 2 episodes just to try it out. I ended up falling in love with it. I'm in season 3 right now.
Jeez, is that a boy? Like, I'll give it an episode or 2. Something happened. I woke up from an episode. Season 4, episode 16, and it's just good.
I never fell asleep. I'm telling you, it takes so many great twists and turns all over the place and how everything lines up. And it was a little bit of a spoiler for me because when you start seeing some of the things that are happening. No, hold on. Just like for the commercials and stuff that they have on for season 6, it's a completely different ball game.
Okay.
So, 1 through 5 is kind of its own chapter, and then 6 is start something completely new. And that's what they're kind of showing and everything right now.
Okay.
It looks pretty interesting. So I'd like to see who still stays on for that crossover.
I like it.
My number 1 is Cobra Kai. I know it's been out for just a little bit now and stuff, season 4, but I didn't have Netflix for a little bit. So, now that we got Netflix back again, first thing I went to was that. So I started watching. Yeah, I'm almost through that one.
All right, so. Brian, your top 3.
It's going to be such a letdown. Like, everyone's going to hate my list. I kind of hate my list. But really, when I watch TV, it's kind of sports. In the fall time, I watch football all the time, whenever I can. So in the off season, I kind of let my wife control the TV. I'll watch whatever she wants to watch. And really, I watch a ton of reruns of stuff from 10, maybe 15 years ago. I'm watching The Office. I'm watching King of Queens. I'm watching Impractical Jokers for the 8th time rather than watching, a new series. So she kind of controls it. And Dexter was one of them, but since you guys both used it, we finished it a couple weeks ago. Another one of her shows that she watches that I kind of enjoy is The Rookie, and it's on ABC, and I think maybe Sunday night or something like that.
Yeah.
The top 2 are just filth, just trash, just something I'm not proud of. But you know what? I'll be honest with you. If nothing else, I'm an honest man. I'll tell you what we watch. The Bachelor's one of them. Kill me. Go ahead. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm not proud of it, but I'm going to be honest with you. She watches The Bachelor, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can get into this. This isn't the worst thing ever. And if you thought The Bachelor was bad, believe it or not, they're still running the Jersey Shore. So she still watches that. I watch it with her, and I don't feel good about it, but yeah, I'll tell you the truth. That's what's going on. When I'm not watching The Office for the 20th time, or King of Queens episode 5, season 4 for the 50th time, that's what I'm watching. It's that and Sports Center. That's what I watch by myself. And then when she gets home, that's what we watch. So we did just finish, which was from like 10 years ago. We did just finish Friday Night Lights, which I enjoy quite a bit. So, but now that that's over, I got nothing. I got nothing new to watch. I mean, so I don't get into these new shows as much.
I'm trying to pull myself together. The only thing I'm picturing is Bri in his recliner with a beer going, that bastard should have deserved a rose. And I'm just, I don't know why you so was it because of his eye?
Last night.
Hey, but I'm not. Hey, there's some shows I watched that I'm not proud of. I'm all right with it.
I told you. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm not trying to hide anything here. I'm not. I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm not too embarrassed to lie about it.
Right.
100% real here at Illegal Ham in the Face.
Absolutely.
Whatever she wants to watch in the off season, I'm cool with it. Just give me my Monday night football, my Sunday night football, my Thursday night football, my all day Sunday. Whatever I have to watch in the off season, I'm cool with it.
Another honorable mention show that you guys have to watch. I think it's on CBS. It's called Ghost.
Oh, really?
Okay. And it is a couple that is their aunt or something passed away.
She has watched that. I've seen it with her. It's kind of funny.
It is hilarious. So what happens is they take over this mansion, right?
Oh, okay.
And they're trying to turn it into a bread and breakfast. Well, she ends up hitting her head, and she can see all the ghosts in the house.
Right.
So, and they all talk to her. So she can talk to them. They can talk to her, but her husband has no idea that she's talking to him at the time. Hands down the funniest stuff, especially how some of them die on the grounds and they can't leave the grounds.
Right.
So they're just everywhere and they just chime in their 2 cents all the time. And they have their own special powers too, which you'll find out. But yeah, I hope and I watch that show.
Yeah.
I have not laughed so hard as some of the stuff that came off of that show.
All right. Another good one too. I'm sorry.
We are way over.
Lock and Key.
Lock and Key. Okay.
Is another pretty good one.
So all right. Well, let's quickly get through the My Cousin Vinny's word of the day.
Whoop. Guess what? I remembered.
I remember too. It's Prozac.
Prosaic.
Depending on how many milligrams you take of it, you might see Jimi Hendrix.
There you go. All right. So ABCD, is it a synonym for dull, unimaginative, everyday, ordinary? B, to become submerged or to sink? C, determined, planned, or chosen seemingly at random? Or D, refers to the means, resources, or money needed to get things done?
Brian, I'm going to let you go first on this one.
Yeah, whatever. Golly. Between C and D. I'll go D.
D? Okay.
Oh, here it is. I'm going D too. If I'm going to die in flying flame, I'm going to go with Bri.
Well, you both died in flames.
The
answer actually this time was A.
Get out of here.
So dull, unimaginative, everyday, or ordinary.
Well, that's
Prozac.
bullshit. That is Prozac.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You went against yourself.
I know. I
Word
overthought
of
it.
the day is Jose.
Yes.
All right, Brian, let's do the trivia real quick.
Yep.
All right, so NBA All-Star 10 years, most college.
Most all-star appearances by players from a certain college. So, which college has the most all-stars in the last 10 years?
I'm going to go. Damn it. I got two. I'm in between.
Okay.
I'm going to go Kentucky.
There you go. You got it. Kentucky
Wow.
had 26 all-stars. Number 2 is Texas with only 16.
Okay,
And then 3 is a tie for Duke and UCLA with 13.
I was going to go either Duke or Kentucky, and then I started thinking about all the guys from Kentucky, and I'm like, jeez. And then actually,
Anthony Davis, John Wall, Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. Devin Booker, probably.
Where did
there's
it
a
be?
lot. Embiid was Kansas with Wiggins.
Oh, no wonder Wiggins did so good.
But he only played 1 year, and he was hurt pretty much that whole year.
Yeah.
So the definition, too, real quick, that you guys chose was the word wherewithal.
Well, you could have saved it for the next show.
No. Why would I do that?
Wherewithal.
I'll have a whole new week's worth of words to
Oh,
choose
my
from.
Lord. He is just toying with us now, Brian. Just
Wherewithal.
toying. All right, gentlemen, we are here at the end of our show. We went over like we always do, but that's okay. We had fun today.
Okay.
We're tired. We talked about bakes. Fat Boy Tuesday was Fat Boy Tuesday for once. And we don't even have any donuts in studio. We'll talk about that later at a later date. Next time I will bring donuts. Except for Brian, and I'll mail you one.
I did see, regarding the Fat Boy, we talked about the Little Debbie's ice cream. They have everything bagel ice cream now. I saw on the news today, which is
I can't find a Little Debbie's ice cream. I've looked everywhere for Little Debbie's ice cream. I've gone to 14 different stores looking for that Little Debbie's ice cream. Cannot find it.
Google it and go find you a curbside pickup spot.
It's like a scavenger hunt out there. It's like finding Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
When we do get it,
I'm checking Targets. I mean, those are the two places I saw when I looked.
like I get a random text from Vinny, not here.
Yep.
Like, I already know what he's talking about. I'm like, oh shit, well, I guess I'm not going out that way.
Yeah.
We will find it though, and we will rate it.
Yes, we will.
You better buy every one that you can.
So we're here at the end of the show. We want to thank everybody that's chimed in, joined us. Woody, thank you for chiming in. Justin, Ma, happy birthday, Ma. Love you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Ressie. Love you, even though she hasn't watched the show. And my nephew Tyler, happy birthday again. 25 that kid is. Love that kid. All right. I know. It's like a fart in the wind, just gone. Just like things you do today at our age, at 25, you're like, screw it, give me another beer. Let's go.
Staying up at 2 in the morning and working in the next day.
Cannot do that anymore.
Nope.
All right. I got to take a 2-day buffer after this show. I mean, you know how bad that is? All right. So, Brian, why don't you give him a God bless?
Yep. God bless you. God bless America.
All right, Brian, I'll catch you on the backside of this. All right. Vinny, tell him good night.
Have a great night, everybody.
All right. I am that fat guy. We are definitely uncorked and unloaded. Want to thank everybody for joining in. Also want to thank our troops, first responders, everything. And I also want to send a special prayers out to the people in Ukraine. We tried to lighten up the show today and not think about what's going on there, but we definitely know what's going on there, so don't think we don't. I'm pretty sure the world's behind you, with the exception of a couple countries, which we apologize for, but all the people there that are suffering, anything you can do to help them out, help them out. I know we donated today to help out some of the relief, but prayers for you guys. And on that note, I'm that fat guy. Have a great night, and God bless you guys. See you.